वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Namaste to all of you. The chief guest of 18th Convocation of Symbiosis International University, the Governor of Maharashtra, Honorable Sri Koshiyarji, Dr. Vidya, the Prof. Chancellor of this university, Dr. Rajini Gupte, the Vice Chancellor of the university, Dr. Shizul, the Registrar of University, members of the Board of Management, Academic Council, and thousands of students who are watching this function online, and all those who are going to receive gold medals, PhD, and who are present right in this hall physically. This is therefore a hybrid convocation ceremony for the first time that we are conducting. Sir, on behalf of Symbiosis International University, I extend you a very hearty welcome. In 2020 and 2021 will be known as the corona pandemic years in the history of the world. Not only in the history of the world, but also in the history of humanity. Corona has devastated life and property, economy and education. And during these hard times through which humanity passed for the first time in history, Corona has played two important roles, my friends. One is the role of destroyer. It has destroyed, as I told you, life, property, in fact everything which pertains to human activity. But at the same time, Corona has also taught us some lessons. And what are those lessons that we learned during these 2 years or 1.5 years? One is the importance of health and humanity, importance of family relations, spirituality. Prior to Corona, we were in a hurry, we were in a haste. We wanted everything to be fast, and we had no time to think of anything else than greed and material advantages. But spirituality has taught us to ask one question: why am I born? What is my purpose in life? Is there anybody beyond everybody? It has also taught us the importance of interdependence, coexistence, and the importance of togetherness. It is for the first time that Corona has also taught us the most important lesson. And that lesson is, you cannot survive alone. You are not safe alone unless others are safe. And finally, Corona has also taught us the hard reality of life, which is uncertainty. Friends, 2020 was also the year for two important events. One was, during this year, 2021, Symbiosis, which was established in 1971 for the welfare of foreign students and to provide them home away from homes, completed 50 years. And second, and the most important event that took place during these pandemic years was the introduction of National Education Policy 2020. Sir, we celebrated these 2 years, Golden Jubilee years, by organizing online activities. We conducted online Golden Jubilee lecture series, literature festival. We also conducted other cultural activities also, and that is how we had also to conduct 2 convocations, one last year and this year, not physically, but virtually. These are the highlights, my friends, of 2020 and 2021. Incidentally, national education policy has transformed the education of this country for the first time. The most important highlight, if you ask me, of national education policy is that for the first time our higher education system or education system of our country has shed the British influence, and it has given a Bharati face to our education. The national education policy requires all universities, schools and colleges to incorporate in their syllabi and curricula the Indian knowledge systems. And ultimately, the national education policy wants to promote, get a concept of this country, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And it has want to produce global citizens. And incidentally, this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam has been the motto of Symbiosis right from its inception in 1971. So, national education policy is the most important event that has happened after a long, long time. What was the situation before national education policy? Before national education policy, the education system in our country was a British education system. Thomas Macaulay had produced a very important document called Minutes way back in 1835. And he cunningly, strategically wanted to promote and perpetuate the British rule in our country. And how to do it? How to do it? And therefore I would like to read some few lines from Macaulay's Minutes, which he produced before the British Parliament way back in 1835. Macaulay said in his Minutes, "We must at present do our best. We must at present do our best to form a class who may be interpreters between us and the millions of millions whom we govern. What I read further is more important. Class of persons, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, in opinions, in morals, and in intellect. My dear friends, the strategy of Macaulay persisted even after independence. And it is very recently that during Prime Minister Modi's regime, and for the first time, a national education policy which is truly national, which is truly Indian, which is truly Bharatiya, has been introduced in our country. And sir, we have decided to implement that national education policy in spirit and in letter. My dear friends, Symbiosis International University, how is it different from other universities? Your Excellency, as you know, there are more than 1,000 universities in our country. And very often as the Chancellor of this university, I ask myself a question, how my university is different from other universities? And how it is going to be still more different, still more innovative in future. Sir, one more differentiator is, most important differentiator is that Symbiosis was established with the motto of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, world is one family. And that is how we started creating home, away from home, for foreign students coming to our country, coming to our Pune. And therefore, we promoted internationalization right from the beginning of this inception of Symbiosis. In fact, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, internationalization, coexistence and interdependence have been the DNA of this university. And sir, we want to promote this concept through education. And I am glad that University Grant Commission has recently issued a circular requesting universities to promote global citizenship in all our universities. And I am so happy and delighted that University Grant Commission has ultimately realized the importance of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the global citizenship, and the fact that all nations are interdependent. All nations must coexist. Plants, animals, human beings, all living beings constitute one family. World is one family. So this is our basic differentiator from other universities. And sir, let me tell you today, with all humility at my disposal, that this university is going to be the university of future, university of the future. Why and how? Sir, Corona has brought many countries together. Corona has brought scientists working in different countries together to produce vaccine. And slowly, the world has become already a global village because of technological advances. In fact, we live in globalized world. Economy is globalized. Science is globalized. Ecology is globalized. What remains, sir, is how to globalize the minds of people, irrespective of caste, region, religion, and nationality. And in order to do that, this university has a dream of its own. And what is that dream? The dream is this university will attempt to solve in its own manner some of the important global problems facing the world. And you will agree with me, sir, that the most important, the most serious global problem that faces us is climate change. Because climate change is ultimately going to threaten not only plants, animals, insects, microorganisms, plants. Ultimately, it is going to threaten humanity itself. And therefore, we have decided to take up this challenge, as our mission. And I am very glad to tell you, sir, that recently the Switzerland government, which has established an association called 2000 Watt Association. And what is 2000 Watt Association? 2000 Watt Association promotes and advises every citizen on the planet to consume not more than 2000 watts per hour in order to reduce the adverse effects of climate change, in order to reduce the carbon emission. And I am happy that this association of Switzerland government, their representative visited us, they saw our campus, and they have found that this campus is an ideal campus to make it a pilot project to reduce the carbon consumption. So already we have begun. So this university of course will produce jobs. This university will of course produce entrepreneurs, no doubt about it. But this university, after completing Symbiosis 50 years, Golden Jubilee, would like to be the university of the future. We want to solve the future global problems. And my dear students who are listening to this speech, I want to tell you one thing. I must congratulate all of you for graduating from this very prestigious university. But please remember that teaching has stopped, but learning has begun. And therefore, as I keep on saying in every convocation, please remember 3 important qualities that are essential for your success in any field, in any faculty. You may belong to any faculty. One is the innovation in brain. Think always of doing something which has not been done before. Because innovation creates wealth. Innovation drives the economy. So innovation is brain. Compassion is heart. Show some compassion to those who are needy. Show some compassion who are less fortunate than you. And finally, passion in your belly, fire in your belly. A great enthusiasm to dedicate yourself to some cause. And without passion, my dear graduates, you will not succeed. So, compassion, innovation in brain, compassion in heart, passion in belly are going to be mantras for your success. And finally, I want Symbiosis graduate to be a leader of future India. And in this connection, I would like to quote by General MacDougall MacArthur. Now MacArthur says that who is a good leader? What are the qualities of a good leader? A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, courage to take tough decisions, and compassion to listen to the needs of others. I hope, graduating students, you will carry these two messages. Be a leader. Be a leader. And think always of innovation, compassion, and passion. I wish you all the best. God bless you.